Welcome, everybody, to episode 62 of the Enchanting Lawyer podcast. And before we start the show, I wanted to apologize. Today, the audio is pretty choppy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get this recorded correctly. We had some recording problems, but our guest is very, very special, and I wasn't able to get him to re-record yet because of his travel schedule, but I'm hoping that you will benefit from what you can hear in this episode. This is a remarkable young man. His journey from Ghana to the United States through meeting President Bush and Oprah, and the movie that was made about his life story is just remarkable. So hopefully you'll be able to benefit from listening to this. But again, I apologize for the audio quality here, and enjoy. Hello, everybody. This is Jacob Sapochnik with the Enchanting Lawyer podcast. This is a show where we interview inspiring entrepreneurs, attorneys, business professionals, and other very, very inspiring people who share their ideas with us and make us better at what we do. And today I have, actually I think the guest that we have today is somebody very, very special to me, and is a guest that I don't think we had anybody like that on our show. His name is Emmanuel Ofosu Yeboah, and he's originally from Ghana, and I'm going to introduce him in a second. But what this person has done is completely remarkable. Not only in his personal professional life, but just the impact that he has on other people. Emmanuel was born with he's a disabled athlete, settled with a useless right leg, abandoned by his father, orphaned by his mother's death, and living in a country where physical deformities have traditionally been considered a curse. Emmanuel first faced odds that would intimidate anybody living in the West for sure. The best a disabled Ghanaian could hope for in a country with an annual income of less than $500 was to seek an impoverished living as a street beggar. Emmanuel had a better idea. He would take a bike ride. With just one good leg, he pedaled around the sub-Saharan nation in an effort to open his countrymen's eyes to the fact that disability doesn't mean inability. His 400-mile journey took Emmanuel worlds away from his final destination. He was thrust into international celebrity, featured in a documentary, and given a brand new leg. Since then, he has embarked on a new journey transforming the lives of Ghana's estimated 2 million disabled people. In this world, we are not perfect, Emmanuel humbly told the New York Daily News. We can only do our best. I just want to make life better and help people benefit from my expertise. Emmanuel was, after the movie, he was embraced by Oprah herself, who took upon herself to help produce and promote the movie. And he met former President Bush and many, many, many other celebrities that help him continue to spread the word and spread his message. Emmanuel, I'm honored to have you on the show. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much.
And one thing that I forgot to mention to our listeners is that the way I met Emmanuel is that Emmanuel, because he's from Ghana, and because I am an immigration attorney, I had the privilege to meet Emmanuel in a professional capacity, and I was able to help him get his U.S. residency in the United States. So that's something that I'm personally proud of, Emmanuel. So thank you for coming on the show. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm so happy, and I'm very proud to know you too, as a very humble lawyer, and you helped me to make me as a part of this country. I'm so very proud.
Thank
you so much.
So, Emmanuel, I wanted to check back with you right now. I mean, I gave a little bit of an intro here, giving a little setting here to our audience, because we're going to talk about not just your story, which I think is very interesting to everybody, but just kind of some of the things that you've learned and what all of us can learn and get inspired by somebody like yourself. So, I gave a little intro. Why don't you tell us a little bit? I mean, you're from Ghana, and what made you do this first bike ride, this whole thing that started this transformation of you? I mean, before that, you were just another disabled. You were already an athlete before that, right? But you were still
Yes.
a disabled athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you? What gave you the idea or the push to say, I'm gonna go on this 400-mile ride with just one leg because I want to do something different here?
Yes, thank you so much. I believe all the beginning of my everything up to date, it start from my mom. After my mom had me and she find out that I'm a disabled or one of my leg is not working. It's true my father left home, so I stay with only my mom alone. And my mom carry me to everywhere she goes because the time I was born, after some of my p- friends and the people in our family find out that I'm a disabled person, they ask my mom to kill me
Mm-hmm.
because why she's supposed to take care of the disabled children or child in the house. And my mom said, no, I'm not going to kill my son. I love my son. I'm a very young girl. That's my first son. I don't know if I'm going to have another one again or not. So I'm going to keep my son. And all the family members abandoned my mom from the family. And my mom said, okay, if everyone abandoned me, God with me. So I don't have any problem. That's how my mom gave me my name, Emmanuel.
Mm-hmm.
Emmanuel means God with us. So my mom, she was very poor lady, but she was very good Christian. She's understand God. She believed that she can make like a stone to turn like a bread. And I believe that's the part of my story right now. So the time I'm growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom sent me to school. My mom carried me to everywhere. That time, I don't have any crutches in my life. So my mom carried me to everywhere. She carried me to school and bring me back again. Every day from my school
Mm-hmm.
to my house is 3 miles. Every day my mom carry me every day to my school and bring me back up to at the age of like 10, 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, Emmanuel, now you are heavy. I can't carry you again. So you have to hop to school by yourself. And I said, how can I hop to school? And she said, when I left you in the school, you hop around. When you come back home, you hop around. So hop to school. So that's how my mom make me hop to school every day from my house to school, 3 miles every day. And I did it. I didn't give up because my mom said, Emmanuel, when you believe yourself, you can do it like how your friends are doing. Anytime when I come back from school and at times I'm crying and I'm complaining, my friends, they are teasing me. They said, why do you have only one leg and everything? And my mom said, don't listen to them. Do whatever you can do. Do your best. Do everything you can do. Don't listen to them. So I take that from my mom. And at times, I used to fight with my friends in school. I wanted to play with them. I want to do so many things with them. But at times, they don't want to give me chance to do that. But I don't give up in my life because what my mom told me. Because all my journey and everything, it started the time my mom passed away. And the time my mom passed away, I didn't give up. And I still thinking or remember what my mom told me before she passed away. So I wanted to do something to honor my mom and to honor God and to let people in the world to know that if you have a disability, that's not the end of the life. Because the time Jesus Christ, God said, is the reason why people will glorify my name or my name will be glorified. That's why these people was born and people can see and tell what God is, how big he is. So that's what I learned. So the time I'm growing up, I've seen so many people in Ghana begging on the street, doing so many things, and people are not respecting them. So I decided that the way my mom treats me, if everyone is treating disabled people in my country, we won't have. I work for a company. They didn't think about my disability, but why second class citizen country or maybe third world country or people from the other country, they are rejecting the disabled people. So I want to do something to create awareness, to change the perception how people think for disabled people. At times, if people see you for the first time, they have something in their mind or they think about you already or they already describe you before you open your mouth. So that is no. Let the person speak out and see what is inside the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I travel a lot since the time I became as an international athlete. I travel to so many countries, but one thing I learned, and at times people travel and they didn't watch too much. Anytime airplane will board all the passengers, there's a small car, like a golf car, that one push the airplane back before the airplane can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, in this world, there's nothing is 100%. Everyone need help from someone else before you can be a great person. Martin Luther King, he was not a president in this country, but every year we celebrate Martin Luther King
Mm-hmm.
because of what he wanted to do for the people. In this world, it's about people. It's people helping people to make people be very great. So that's what I know. So I'm not going to give up right now. I'm not going to give up. It's what I'm doing right now. I give speeches to so many schools,
Mm-hmm.
companies, and churches. I'm trying to let them know that to have a disability is not a curse. To have disability, that's not the end. You can able to do something. Look at the whole world. We
Right.
can say it, America is the one of the powerful world in the country, in the whole world. Many years ago, President Roosevelt, he was a president in America and he was in a wheelchair. So who can tell me that if give you to make your dream happen? I believe everyone is a dreamer in this world.
Absolutely. And
So,
Emmanuel, I remember
yes.
that when I first met you, and you told me the story, and that story with your mother always struck with me because I felt that foundation that she gave you the power and the motivation to go on that bike ride that basically started it all, because that's when people started noticing you. And I don't know if you remember, I told you when we were sitting in my office, we talked about your case, and my daughter, who back then she was only 3 years old, she was diagnosed with muscle dystrophy,
Hmm.
and I remember that I felt that here's a person that was able to take his disability and do something amazing with it. This is
Yes.
something that keeps everybody that has some sort of disability empowered. That we can use that not only to change the way people look at disabled people, but also change governments and change how people are interacting with disabled people in your country itself. So give me some examples of how you were able to impact.
Yes, one of the example or maybe something is about me. One of my secret
Mm-hmm.
is I don't know answer no, or it's difficult for me to say no because I try today and it doesn't happen today. I believe maybe it will happen tomorrow. So I don't give up in my life and always I keep on pounding, pounding, pounding.
Mm-hmm.
I know so many people or so many African leaders, maybe they've never met maybe President Bush before, or maybe if they never met their own president in their country, or citizen in their country never met their own president before.
Mm-hmm.
But I fight a lot to meet my president, to meet President Bush, to meet. I want them to know that we are we are in the same category, we have the same level, but in this world, we all cannot be a doctor. If we are all doctors right now, I can't have anybody to help me in my immigration paperwork for me to be here in this country. So your profession and your gift is what God give you. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we have to use to help people. So I was so very proud that, like, you don't supposed to pick that call, but you pick the call, you schedule appointment and everything with me. So always I learn something from the people I met.
Mm-hmm.
I learn something from the leaders. I learn something from how we can able to come together to make changes, because if it's about ourselves, then we don't supposed to do nothing. But it's about people helping people. So I tell people that my disability is my gift now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way nobody can take to change the rest of the world. I've been to Japan, I've been to Canada, I've been to so many places, and trying to share my story with them for them to know that we can able to change. Not even I can speak Japanese or I can speak Spanish, which means I don't have a gift. I have a gift. It's about how I can communicate with you and let people to know that maybe this is something we can able to do. So I'm a person, I don't give up. I want to keep on pounding to make something happen, and I believe so. That's just something about me.
And Emmanuel, I love what you said right now, because a lot of our listeners that listen to the show, professionals that are either attorneys or other service businesses, or just people that are working with other people, and they always feel that what they do doesn't really matter, and sometimes they get frustrated, and sometimes they get stuck, and I feel that too sometimes. But when listening to somebody like you, where you have not only you were able to overcome the disability, and everybody in you, because deep inside you believe that you have something of value to share. We all have something of value to share, and I encourage our listeners. Even though we not all of us can meet the president, but we can reach out to leaders in our community. We can reach out to others who have influence in what we do, and present our ideas, and try to make a difference. I mean, I certainly
Yes.
try to make a difference in my area of law. So hopefully that's something that our listeners can take from this particular example. Emmanuel, I'm personally curious to know what happened. So after you've done the race, and you were invited to come to the U.S. the first time,
Yes.
how did you get connected with Oprah?
Yes. Like how I told you the beginning, I'm a person, I don't give up. I wanted to fight to the end. So in my country, I write letter to many companies in my country for them to give me money to buy a bicycle in 98, 98, 99. So that time I never get any company to buy me a bicycle. So I met missionaries in Ghana, and I asked them because I know they are white. So they are from America. So I believe they have money. So I just approached them that I need money to buy a bicycle. And they say, Emmanuel, we don't have any money for you to buy a bicycle. But after they listened to my story, and they said, we know a foundation called Challenge Athlete Foundation. They're based in San Diego, around the world. And I said, good. So I wrote to them, and they sent me a bicycle all the way from California, San Diego to Ghana, West Africa. So after I received the bicycle, I was so happy, roaming myself on the floor. And I said to myself, today my dream is going to start. That's what I said. And I used my one leg to ride a bicycle. So after I ride a bicycle with 400 miles with only one leg in 10 days, and I sent them the video and the pictures and everything. And they said, wow, this is the best. I get a visa. I didn't get anyone in my country to buy me a ticket to come to the event.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple years later, and I told them that, the invitation you guys sent to me, I didn't get money to buy ticket to come. And they said, okay, the following year we will send you ticket. So they sent me ticket to fly me to the country to participate in triathlon in La Jolla. And I ride with only one leg with the 56 miles. It take me like 8 hours to finish with the 56 miles. So that's how my story started, getting better, better, better. And I decided, okay, then I'm going to do a documentary about my life story to share to the people that you don't have to give up. You have to keep on pounding until the day your dream will come true. Right now, speaking to you, I walk with my two legs. I came to this country holding a crutches. By the time I'm leaving the country, I was walking with two legs without crutches. The time I'm riding the bicycle across my country, I didn't know nothing in my life that in the near future I'm going to walk on my two legs or I'm going to live in America. Nothing like that came to my mind. But I was riding the bicycle for people in Ghana to change the perception, how they think for disabled people, how they can able to employ disabled people for them to work for them. That's what I was doing. I was just trying to spread the message. But now story started, and after the movie came out, we finished the movie, and we need someone have a powerful voice, or maybe someone can introduce the movie to the people the rest of the world. So we are just joking about how we can able to get some people to, so we are mentioning about good big names around the world, and we just mentioned Oprah, and they say, "Ooh, we can't get Oprah to do it." And before too, my producer work with now he worked for Oprah, so we will contact him and see maybe if there's something she can do for us. And we contact Oprah, we send the video to Oprah, and she didn't say no. She said yes, I'm going to do this. And Oprah do the narration and everything for free. When you watch the Emmanuel's Gift, you will see what I'm talking about. I want the listeners to find the Emmanuel's Gift, or when you come to my website.
I'm going to link
Yes.
the link to the where they can find the video, and also your website at the end of the show. The documentary Emmanuel's Gift,
Yes.
and people can Google it, and we're also gonna put a link in the show notes. It's a very very amazing documentary, very very inspiring. And I'm curious, Emmanuel, how did your life change in the course of your progress in the U.S. after Oprah got involved with your work?
Yes, always I give very big thanks to God, because every day, every second, every minute, my life changed a little bit. To narrate the movie story for me, she invited me several times on her show. She the 2005 I received ESPY award, Courage Award. They invite her to present that award to me. It was something huge in my life, and always I have good people came to my life helping me to make my life better. Since the time she narrated the movie story, and I believe now I'm doing so many things in this country, so I have to get resident permit. It's about to spy, so I need a green card, or how I can able to stay in this country. And they say, "Oh, I know one of the best immigration lawyer here," and they go on the, I think, Google or something, and they just find your phone number and everything, and they give it to me. And the same thing I met to you, you schedule appointment with me. I came to your office and I said, "Emmanuel, I'm going to do this for you for free." And I want all the listeners to know that you didn't charge me nothing, even a penny. I believe I'm one of the luckiest person in this world, and I'm very proud of this.
And Emmanuel, I think that it's interesting you mentioned that, because the
How good people came into my life do this for me.
the fact that I did the case for you pro bono, and the fact that so many people are helping you, and the list of people that have helped you since you arrived here is amazing, is because you have a genuine aura about you of willingness for change, to do some good in the world. And like I said, when I saw you, I felt that connection, and I think that it's important to be around people like that, because the society right now is focused a lot about money and a lot about success for the wrong reasons. And I think, like I said, people like you bring us all to what really matters in life. And in a minute, I wanted to ask you. I mean, we talked about Oprah, and I know that it definitely helped more people know about you. But I think one of the remarkable things that happened when there was they put an update to your movie.
Because always I'm trying to meet my country president and sit down with him and tell him my ideas, or maybe what I can able to do to help his leadership, or maybe his position. And the people around him didn't let me meet him. Always they reject my letter and everything. So in 2005, and President Bush invited me to White House. And after my President Bush invited me, so it's my president from Ghana. Ghana president invite me that Emmanuel, I wanted to meet you, and he scheduled appointment and everything. I went there with my colleagues, people I work with them and everything. And one question he asked me said, "How are you?" And I said, "By the grace of God, I'm doing good." And he said, "How can I help you?" And I said, "The help I want you to help me is to pass disability law, disability bill in this country, for disabled people to feel like they are citizens, feel like they are part of this Ghana country. I want them to feel that people can respect." Because many years ago, if a disabled person in Ghana, you can't get any one family member, either their daughter or their son, to marry, because they think you are cursed. All your children is going to be like disabled or something like that. I have three daughters. None of them even have like headache or something like that. And all of them are very good athletes. Always my daughter, when they come from school, be like my dad one day. So I feel so very proud, and I want people to learn all this, that in this world, money do so many things, like 90% thing in this world. But money is very good, but the love of the money, that's the evil. If you don't have money, even you can't buy a plane ticket from Africa to here. So you have to have money, but we have to think about our people first. Right now, if we are mentioning this word,
Right.
even if they are talking about thousands, I won't come. Even at times, it's very hard for me. I'm taking care of some of the disabled people. I'm paying their school fees. I'm helping them to go to school in Ghana right now. But I don't have that much. But I believe his good name is better than riches. I've never met Martin Luther King anywhere, but I know, I read about him, and I feel his spirit. That's how we're supposed to do. Even we have so many presidents in this country, every day, or know Martin Luther King, what he did. So I believe that's how we're supposed to do. We have to think about our people first, because why our parents is sending us to school or sending us for us to be great.
Right.
They wanted to be proud of us, and people wanted to be. That's why I have two things. I tell people: think locally and act globally. So when you think about where you help the world. I believe there's so many people right now, they are taking care of their family back home, Africa, different countries. Because of you, you are helping them to get a resident permit to stay in this country, to work here. That's how they can able to help back home. If they didn't get help, they can't able to do nothing. So
Right.
in this world, everyone need help, so that before you can move to the next level. And I know everyone is listening to us today. We have so many good athletes. Some of them, you have to carry them before you can put them in their wheelchair. Some people cannot talk. Some people use computer to talk. Some people cannot walk. People use prosthesis, everything to work. But in my life, I never met a person who doesn't have a head before. So today, if you are live and you are listening to us today and you have a head, you can sleep and think about tomorrow, and people will inspire about you. Your story or what you are going through right now is going to be somebody's story, is going to inspire someone to make the world better place for all of us to live.
Even if it's one person, doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes.
And it's amazing, man, because because of your actions, the Disabilities Law Act in Ghana was changed, and this is something that you were able to accomplish, kind of like closing the circle. And
Yes.
I'm actually very proud to know you as a. First of all, how to find you? What is what is your website? And I'll link it in our notes.
Good. If everyone wanted to communicate with me,
Yes.
my website is Emmanuel's Dream, emmanuelsdream.org.
Very good.
I believe that I'm a dreamer. I can make some changes. If people can help me to make my dream come true, I can do it. And right now, I'm trying to ride a bicycle from California to Washington, D.C. to raise money to build a school for both disabled people and the able people.
You can find details about the new race, and also the books that you've released. You have 4 books so
Yes.
far, and also a
Yes,
link
I have so book.
and link to that documentary, Emmanuel's
Emmanuel's
gift.
Dream. Yes.
Very good. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Emmanuel. It was really, really, truly inspirational for coming on the show, and like I said, I'm truly honored that you were here.